What it do, what it do, here we go. Wednesday. Another week has come and gone. 2.5 more weeks before this 2024 is gone. And 2025 kicks in. See what happens then. What's going on, people? What we up to? How our day go? How our week go since last we talked? Yeah, it's been fun. It's been adventurous. A lot has been happening and a lot going on. And it's still politics. Still cloudy to cloud because it's still the same. I mean, he's picking his cabinet, putting everybody together, making this shit happen. Some of them decided they had to drop out because they knew they wasn't going to be confirmed. Some of them got skeletons in their closet. Wow. But first we want to talk about, and I know it's troubling, but we got wars. We got rumors of wars. We got countries wanting to fight other countries and want the United States not to mediate, not to referee, but actually go in and fight with them. Yeah, you know who I'm referring to particularly. And it's like, it to me, it seems like the little man on the street. You got the big homie in the back taking care of him. So what that little man syndrome, what does he do? He runs and he want to fight everybody. Hamas, Lebanon. But you don't understand that area is all Muslims. How do you, the only one there that's not Muslim, but want to fight all the Muslims? How does that make sense? Because you have the backing of a giant. America, we stand by Israel. We stand with them 100%. And I'm starting to understand and realize why. They did the same thing you did. You came to a country and claimed that it was just there. So you discovered it. Yeah, okay. They doing the same thing over there in Israel, except for they took on a different approach. They actually claim to be a nation of people that they're not. Yeah. Let's look at that. So, those Israelis over there in Israel who now wants to come against the Palestinians who've been there for hundreds of years. I mean, you can go back into the Bible and you'll see where we fought them as Israelites. We had problems with those Palestinians. Then these cats who came from Europe over here to Israel and claimed it with the backing of America. We claimed America the same way you claim it Israel. With the exception, they didn't claim to be a nation of people who were already there, that was already scattered out and that was already moved on because of the Great War of 70 AD, when Rome, led by Titus, came and destroyed Israel because they had an uprising. Israel there had an uprising against Rome because of the unfairness in the way they were treating them. Matthew 24, the Holy One told them that this was going to happen, that will come over and will destroy Jerusalem, will destroy Israel, will not leave one stone left upon another. That happened in 70 AD. He told them, if you're on the rooftop, don't go in the house. If you're in the field, don't come into the house. Wherever you at and whenever this happened, flee. and pray that it doesn't happen during the wintertime and that it don't happen on the Sabbath. It happened. 70 AD, Rome finally came against the Israelites that was there in Israel. And it's not the Israelis that are there today. They were a part of that marauder that came over there to cause the destruction of Israel. And then settled briefly because the Palestinians got rid of them. And for 1,500 years, the Palestinians managed and controlled all of what they call now the Middle East. Wasn't always called the Middle East. Let's go. It used to be called Palestine. Let's talk about it. Because now the blinds are off. So why is it that those Israelis over there, led by their dictator, can now say, I want to fight you, I want to fight you, I want to fight you, I want to fight you. But I'm the little man. That little man syndrome. But I got a big homie behind me called the United States of America. And they already said if you come against me, what they gonna do. But you got so many countries. Iran, Iraq, Saudi Arabia, Turkey, Syria, Egypt. There's so many of them in that area. What would happen if they all decided to come together under one umbrella, Muslim, to stand their ground, to say, no, wait a minute. You're not going to push us around, little man. And now I think it's time for us to address your homie that you said is going to back you. Because now he has now given you the kahunas to stand up to us. When you're not even supposed to be here, period. How does that work? How is that acceptable in today's society? That's the way it is. Wars and rumors of wars. You can look at Russia and the Ukraine, North Korea and South Korea going at it. Thailand and China want to fight. And what we doing? The most diverse country on this planet. What are we doing? Sitting back and saying, ooh, what? Oh, no. They want to, huh? What? You going to accept that? I wouldn't accept that. It's where we at. It's what we doing. It's crazy. It's crazy. But, not the segment yet. But, that's where we at today. The world as we know it. They said Cuba just shot off a ballistic missile that was intercepted by America. But why are they doing something now? Everybody wants to get into the mix. End times? Not yet. The only one says not. You'll hear about wars and rumors of wars. Earthquakes and earthquakes. Speaking of which, 7.2 times 2. I believe the blessings was that it was in the ocean and the type of earthquake it was. Because there are different types. You have the jolt. You have the roll. Then you have what they call the seismic shift. Shifting plates. Where they sit like this. They can do this and ruin everything. Or a lot of times they boom. Because the question came up with those two 7.2, 7.0 earthquakes that centered out in the ocean. Why wasn't there a tsunami? And it had to be because of the way the earthquakes were. They were the jolt, boom. But if it's roll, it's gentle. That's my perspective. I haven't seen nothing, heard nothing, but they haven't said why it hasn't been a tsunami when normally when there's an earthquake in the ocean, it's always followed by a tsunami, except now. So when we look at the way things are today and all that's going to occur January, we're getting closer and closer. He's still saying it. I'm doing a massive deportation. And the only thing that's so crazy, now we're going to talk about that, is all the states are saying, well, wait a minute. Don't do that. Not like that. Who's going to pick the strawberries in our orchard, in our fields? Who's going to pick the lettuce in our fields? Who's going to pick the fruits, the vegetables? Who's going to work in our factories? Oh, America will do it. You ain't paying. You ain't paying. I just heard today one individual just reached the plateau of $400 billion for the first time in history. An individual is now worth $400 billion. Crazy. Someone could be that greedy, that selfish. I'm keeping it all to myself. Do you know what America could do if he was to say, okay, I only want 10 billion. The 30 billion the 390 billion we'll go and do this with. They just said they want to build a tunnel from New York to London. $96 billion. That'll pay for it with some. But you got to understand, this guy's coming in and he ain't playing. He finna disrupt. So you ain't got nobody now to pick the fruits and vegetables and work in the manufacturing industry and in the distribution centers and most of the stores and other industries that are managed or supplied by immigrants, including us. We are the only class of people that's set to the side. We're not immigrants. We didn't come here. We didn't migrate here. But we're here. How did we get here? If we didn't migrate like other nations and other countries did. And everybody when they talk about immigrants, they leave us out. They'll say, oh, the immigrants, with the exception of the African Americans, but everybody else is, yeah, we're doing this with them and it. Yeah. So what are they going to do? It's crazy. Because now ourselves is going to be put in front of a mirror, led by Trump. And he's going to say, you. I read an article where the statement was made, should I kiss my husband now before I get taken back? Do my kids need to kiss us before they leave? He's even saying that those with the birthright, that was immigrants that came here and were born here, don't have citizenship. He's going to make that happen as well. Yeah. That hits us. Because we were brought here. And according to that Emancipation Proclamation Declaration that Lincoln signed into law, well, that Lincoln signed, because it ain't a law, was based on that. I think it's the 13th Constitution. I believe it's the 13th, where it says that if you are born here, you are a U.S. citizen. He's going to revoke that. He also wants to buy land, North and South. He's actually asked Trudeau, the Prime Minister of Canada, do you want to be part of America? We can make you the 51st state. I'm telling you, this guy is, man, he's doing some business for himself. He also said that he will give special treatment, special rights to any nation that spends $1 billion with America. Man, come on. Come on. He's generating wealth for himself. That rhymes. He's generating wealth for himself. It's crazy. It's crazy. We in hard times. We in strange times. We in waters that we've never been in before. Come January. Watch and see. Watch and see. Things are going to start to turn and start to change and look at and imagine. He has no one to stop him. He has the House, he has the Senate, and he has the Supreme Court. Where we at? Where we at? What we doing? How is this possible? How could this have happened? And you know something? I read an article that said they're still saying the same thing. Don't believe him. He's just talking. He has no need to talk anymore because he already won. So he's already there. So why do we need to still give us that rhetoric, that bull, if he's already won? He's telling you what he's about to do. And you still say, oh, come on, the guy is just kidding. No, he's not. He is serious as a heart attack. And he's going to implement everything he wants, the way he wants, how he wants it. Because there's nothing to stop him. Man. Come on. Come on. Let's talk. Y'all stay up, stay straight, and stay blessed while we here doing this that we do.